So, we have come so far. Do you remember when all y'all were mad at me for making you read Devanagari? Now, I might have screwed up on that and pushed you a little too hard. Giving you too much work. That's on me. But y'all are writing in Devanagari right now. And you're hitting some conjunct consonants. And you're reading them in the reading right now. Just take a second, take a break, take a deep breath, and realize how far you've come. And I don't know if you're going to go into Sanskrit too. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You've gone a long way. This is important. Celebrate it. I'm really happy with where we're at. I was a couple of weeks ago like, holy shit, are we going to get through chapter 3? We are moving. We've got a nice rhythm. Your translation quizzes were excellent. So we're getting there. We're really learning. This is happening. This is exciting. You're doing God's work. The funny thing is, as I've told a couple of y'all in private, any sadhana, any discipline that one does traditionally in Sanskrit and Indic culture takes 12 years. You're in like month 3. It takes 12 years. It takes 12 years to really learn Sanskrit. And there's a certain truth to it. But you're going to get there. Right on, Josh. All right. So at this point, I want to move through the rest of the PowerPoint. And if we're lucky, read a little bit today. Okay. But before we do that, let me just quick check in. And I'm going to hit the pause on the recording. Okay. So with demonstrative pronouns, I like to make a simple joke. And that is that someone says, what is this? And I say, oh, this is a demonstrative pronoun. What is this? This is a demonstrative. What's that? That's also a demonstrative pronoun. There's a joke in Hindi that says, kya ye cheez hai? What is this thing? And my Hindi teacher was telling me this story one time that he was holding a block of cheese from Wisconsin where he taught. And the guy said, kya ye cheez hai? And he said, ye cheez hai. This is cheese. And the guy said, nahi, nahi. Kya ye cheese hai? And he said, ye cheese hai. This is actual cheese. So the word cheese in Hindi means a demonstrative pronoun. That's my roundabout way of telling a cheese story in Wisconsin. So these pronouns are used to say this, that, or the other. Now it's tricky in English because we also have these things called articles. And articles are things such as a or the. So I say a puppy, the puppy. That's an article. Now a demonstrative pronoun is this puppy, that puppy. Now we'll see that for the most part, these demonstrative pronouns can be this or that. But the key is to remember that they correspond to a noun. And that is a noun that is not being stated at the time. So as to your question of what we're actually studying, we have I and you in all the 7 or 8 versions. Now we're going to get this and that from 1 to 7. We're not going to do 8. We're not going to do the vocative of it because the vocative is weird. Let's just not worry about it. The thing here is that you'll notice you have, up to this day, studied the masculine, the feminine, and the neuter. And you'll see, and we'll go over this as we go through the PowerPoint, that each one of these paradigms is really similar, follows the same patterns, but they're a lot shorter. So my way of thinking about these always was to realize they're doing the same stuff, masculine, feminine, neuter. But to realize they're doing it in a shortened form. And you're also going to see that these forms, in fact, will give you a really clear understanding of typical endings for nouns. So this will also help you recognize the patterns when we get to sort of E and O and ow, and how those have other paradigm endings, depending on the entry of the. I get all confused. Sorry. Yes. Got confused. Anyway, these are going to help you figure out the patterns. So what we're going to do right now is go through the rest of the paradigm and get the last of the declension numbers. And then we're going to go through and we're going to chant the demonstrative pronouns. And if time permits, we will go through examples, and who knows, maybe we'll even get to translate a little bit. Okay. Any other questions? So demonstrative pronoun, this, that. Personal pronoun, you and I. That make sense? Holding for yes or no? Yes. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. And once again, yell at me if it doesn't make sense. Okay. So we went through dative before, right? Did we begin with ablative? I can't remember for sure. Yes? Okay. So ablative is the source case from X. So one thing I want you to remember is when you have fear, so be, the verb be that has fear, things that are the source from fear take the ablative. So you are afraid from fear. Now we have vina, which means without. So we got through ablative, didn't we? Are we at locative? Did we? Yeah, we had all this. Okay, locative case. That's where we're at. So the locative case or location case, that's the best way to think about it. It's location. It expresses in, on, at, and so forth. Now, there's some great nuance on this. Sometimes the locative can be like this, it's not really a subject, but it's like you'll have a sentence that will explain a whole bunch of things, and it means sort of like with respect to that. So it's almost like the locative is like an iti. You put the iti there, that's a quote. So sometimes there'll be a locative that does this. Also, if you're looking at a long quote from another text, the locative will be used for the title of the text. So it'll be like Bhagavatam Purane, from the Bhagavata Purana. So in a text, it means this. That's really similar to English when we say like in a text. There are some odd cases in which, hold on, there are some odd cases in which the locative will actually mush yourself aside, my dear. It's all good. My girlfriend's coming home. It can sometimes be the subject. There may be a yipping, excited dog in a second because he missed her a lot. So idiomatically, we'll see that the object of love, attachment, or devotion will be in the locative. So if I say, I have love, and we would think it'd be more like dative. I have love for. It's more like I have love toward. And honestly, I feel like I've seen this elsewhere where it's like I have any type of emotion for, and it'll be in locative. So keep that in mind. So I think the best way to say it is I have love to or toward, especially with affection. And we're actually going to see that in the reading for this week. By the way, the reading for this week is not as hard as the reading for last week, I think. And then the reading for chapter 6 is actually a little trickier, but that's all right. We'll figure that out. Also, if you see a whole bunch of locative words in a row, like weirdly locative, like too many locatives, then there's a thing called an absolutive. Do you need to know that? No, not one bit. But I'm saying it to you now, so you'll have it in your head when we get to it later. Maybe that's not good teaching.
Quick question.
Yes.
So locative with love, attachment, devotion is like to or toward, but
Yes.
then accusative is toward, and ablative usually has emotions.
You got it. It's confusing to an English speaker. These are the tendencies within Sanskrit language that don't always match up to the way we think about things in English. So you are afraid from fear, but you're not afraid toward fear. But wait, aren't I afraid because of fear? Instrumental? So this is where I've said before, there's a book by Spiger called Sanskrit Syntax, and he gets into all of these nuances. He also was writing in 1890, so it's a little archaic. The thing for this is you just need to, and I know I keep saying this and I hate it. I'm like, you just need to feel it out. You get it through reading and exposure, but the key is to initially think locative, location, place. Now, why is it important to remember idiomatically? Idiomatically means in a strange manner. That is the object for love, attachment, devotion, because it's in the reading. You'll see it explicitly in the reading. Okay, let's do some examples. Who's strong? Who's my strong example person? I see Sarah right at the top. What's this?
Okay. Rickshaw.
A.
Vasity.
Rickshaw.
Oh, rickshaw. Vasity. Devi Jaha. Devi Jaha.
That font sucks. Dvijaha. See the virama?
Mm-hmm. Dvijaha.
I know. The font sucks. All right. So what do we got here? Let me know what word you want.
Okay. Vasity.
Is that a verb?
Oh, I want a verb. That's what I want.
You want a verb. All right. Yeah. Vanna White says, I want a verb. Vasity. From vas, to dwell. And is that, I don't know, is that singular? Is that plural? Is that you? Is it he? Is it she? Is it it?
That is singular, he, she, it.
Oh my God, you're crushing me right here. All right, bus. So somebody dwells. Who's going to dwell? You found your verb. You know it's singular. The next thing you look for is a nominative. Where's my...
Rickshaw. Niet. No.
Niet.
Wrong language.
Rickshaw is going to be locative. Remember rame? Rame.
Okay. Okay, then process of elimination.
Yeah.
Dvijaha.
So what's my little sentence? Dvija, we've seen this before, the twice born one, the Brahmin. So Brahmin, and then he lives. Make me a little sentence.
He lives at this place, whatever this is, rickshaw.
Yeah, he could live at a tree, but I think it's more likely that he lives in a tree.
In a tree.
See how that version of, and look, I wasn't really good on that. I said at. I didn't say in. So in a tree. So the Brahmin lives in a tree, which is kind of hysterical when you think about it. So we're looking at it, and we got locative. We have he, she, it, present indicative, and we have nominative. It's a nice, tidy sentence. Now, let's also remember, where does Ramo gachati? He vanams in the accusative. So we have to remember that in verbs of motion, they take the accusative, not the locative. And Atlas is going to pull his hair out. All right. Who's my next person? I see Devin.
Yodhyayam.
Yeah, nice.
Vasati. Dasharathaha.
Do you realize how much better your reading of Devanagari has gotten? That's awesome. Okay. Where's my verb?
Vasati.
Oh my goodness. It's like you got a good kick from before. What does Vasati mean?
He lives.
Yeah, he, she, it lives. Present indicative. All right, what do we do next?
Well, Dasharatha is the name of the king.
And what case is it in? What declension?
Oh.
Oh, Ramaha,
Yeah.
Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's nominative singular. So if you go Ramaha, you go Ramaha, Ramoho, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramo, Raman. So you're absolutely correct. This is your nominative singular. You know that you have a singular subject because your verb tells you there's a singular subject. Now, what are we going to do with this nasty thing over here? It's feminine. Not that feminine things are nasty, but this is a terrible one. Remember, I was like, be careful on that one. That'll get you. What's this word?
Ayodhyayam.
Yeah. What is
I
that?
don't know what that means.
Well, do you remember Kanyayam? Kanyayam?
Yeah.
Where was that in Kanya?
Towards the end.
It was 100% toward the end.
It
And
was the
that's
last
enough.
one. It was
I'll
7.
take that. That's woo, you just got the right answer. So Ayodhya. Ayodhya is the name of the city where Rama was originally the king. Boy, maybe this would be easier if we all knew the story of Ramayana, but we'll get there. Trust me. So that is the locative. This is our verb. That's our subject. Put it together for me.
Dasharatha lives in Ayodhya. Would you just say in Ayodhya?
Ayodhya. That's perfect. That's exactly what it is. I don't know why you have any doubt in your mind about how correct that was.
I don't really understand how we're getting to like the 7th.
Sure. Okay. So we go Dasaratha, right? That's Ramaha.
Yeah.
First person. So Ramaha or blah, 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 blah. Hold on, I gotta get rid of this thing. So Dasharatha gets to first person singular. Bam. Thus is our noun. Now, he lives in the city. So if you chant Kanyam, you would be down to, let's just say you went up and down. Kanyam, Kanyaya, Kanyaye, Kanyaha, Kanyaha, Kanyayam. So your locative is exactly what you said, the 7th. This is a proper noun that is feminine. So it is conjugated, or sorry, it's declined on the Kanya feminine paradigm.
Okay.
So
So you just have to memorize like 7 means locative.
Bam. Yes. Okay. That's exactly it. Now, right now, 7 is just a number in your head. But trust me, as time passes, 7 will become locative. And there's an important thing here, Devin, and that's that if you were talking to an Indian pundit, you could say, let's do it in Hindi. Ye kya shabda hai locative hai? And they'd say, locative? Yeah, kya hai? What is locative? They just say, saptami hai. Saptami means 7th.
Okay.
So the reason why we're doing this with the numbers is that's the way Sanskrit is traditionally described. So traditionally, you would take Dasharatha and you would write a 1 on top. Vasati, you'd write verb and whatever your thing is. Here, you would write 7, singular, feminine.
Okay.
Dasharatha lives in Ayodhya.
That actually might be a helpful exercise for me to do. So
it's tricky. I really like that that essay I gave y'all to read, Rattling the Dry Bones of Grammar. But the thing is, I get where you're at. It's you have to learn what all these declensions and numbers mean. If you'd studied Latin and Greek, or even German, you'd be like, oh, the 5th form, it's the blah, blah, blah. We don't think like that in English. So you're dead on. You're right where I want you. All right, who's my next victim? I don't have my list up before, so I'm just going to call on Atlas because I find that amusing. Big Atlas.
I was about to say, where's Big Atlas?
Big Atlas is right here. Let me see it. What do you got?
All right, number 3.
Yeah.
They weigh schwa they weigh schwappy.
I know that's a hard one. Yeah.
That's an interesting word. They weigh schwappy. Okay. Ramasya Deli Delie Delie Delio
Oh, this
Delio
is such a hard one.
Delio.
Oh, there's an error.
Nasty. Nasty.
Sorry. Hold on.
But
That's
it should be nasty,
Julio. It's
right?
Julio. I'll fix it. I'll fix it, Atlas. I'll fix it for Big Atlas. There we go. It's better.
Okay.
I tell you, one of these days,
Julio.
all are gonna teach Sanskrit, and you're like, oh, it is hard to get all the Devanagari right. All right. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, so
Come
do
on,
it.
while I figure this out.
So what?
Keep going. You got it.
Okay. So deshe shwapi. There we go.
So yeah,
Ro-
can you do the Sunday for me? What is the Sunday on there?
Oh shoot.
I'll give you a clue. It's
So
up.
uppy is in there, which it means like even or like, right?
You got it. Yes.
To and then Deve, okay, so that would be from Deva.
Mhm.
And Deva Ishwa Deva Ishwa Uppy, like maybe like even the god Ishvara.
You're close. So Deve Shwapi is Deve Shu locative plus uppy.
Got
Yeah,
you.
that one will get you. But so here's the thing, Atlas. When you see that that schwa is often with that retroflex sh, that is often an oo sound that's been turned into a v.
Right,
So
and I
Deve Shu
confuse
uppy.
the shows anyways in that instance with Ishva. So
Yeah, you got it. So Deve Shu uppy. And you know that
Deve Shu
Deve Shu
uppy.
is plural.
Oh gosh.
Rameshu.
Yeah, but trying to like place where it is at the moment is
Yeah, exactly.
where I'm having difficulties.
Yeah, it's Sanskrit. Exactly.
Can I get a leg up on that one again? Do you say that it's a locative?
100% it is.
Okay.
I could say that, but I would not be lying.
I'm just wondering also like which number it is.
7.
No, I mean like 1, 2, or 3 or plural.
That would be plural. Look,
Okay.
just look at Tessa. She's throwing gang signs up over there. The second, it's the third, it's the plural. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. It's plural Deve Shu uppy. And I'll give you a little hint. Among the gods.
Okay. That's a pretty good one there. I see the locative use there. Now, uppy though, are we saying like also or even or two? Like what's it here again?
It's an intensifier that's contrary. So when you get the rest of the sentence, you'll see why the uppy is there.
Okay. So Ramasya or Ramasya.
You got this.
Is that that's not dative, is it?
No, it's genitive. So one of the reasons I'll pick on you right here, because I don't want to pick on other students. There's a difference between actually memorizing the declensions and being able to spot them. It's like different parts of your brain, but you have to be able to do.
Yeah, and I don't have that practice yet. I haven't been spotting these in the wild like crazy.
Well, now
like
you are.
Every time I've like done this on a chart, like say 20 times, like it's not like I've seen it 20 times each word in the wild.
Look, Big Atlas, I know that you know Ramasya cold, but it befuddled you for a second. Why? Because they're different.
I don't know it cold. No, I don't actually.
I think you know more than you do. Anyway, the point is, Mr. Big Atlas, what happens is you need to like memorize the declensions, which is why I'm making you do that. So then you even know where to look. Because otherwise you're like, I'm going to look up Ramasya in a dictionary. It will not be there. All you'll find is Rama. So you memorize them so you know what endings are. So then you know what the actual words are. As you spot them in the wild, the cool thing that changes is you stop having to go Ramam, Ramo, Ramaha, Ramam, and do all of that, and you just see it. But you're never going to get there until you get it memorized first. All right, next word. So we've got a locative, and we have an intensifying uppies word. And then Ramasya, that's a genitive. What's Tulio?
I imagine that's nominative singular.
You would be correct.
I don't know what it means.
It means equal.
Equal?
Yeah. Now, what have I not asked you yet? Because you wanted to rush right in on Deveshu. Where's my
Well, you asked me to go again, and so I was just like going from
verb?
The top again. And so,
Verb.
sorry, I guess I took you very literally.
Where's my verb?
It's Asti.
Asti. And then what's that na doing?
It's a negative.
And thankfully, we're going to learn how negatives work in a couple of ways in the next chapter. So, in fact, we have some Sandhi. Na asti. Now, is there really a subject in this sentence?
Well, I still don't know if equal means like is a noun as in or an adjective.
It's actually it's kind of a noun in a way, but it's also an adjective. You're thinking about it right. But on this one, I would provide, or I would extend it and just make this one of these. There is, or there is no.
Okay. So there is no equal of Rama or to Rama amongst the gods.
Exactly. You got
Even
it.
amongst the gods.
So when you see that Tulio, that's often used rhetorically, and especially Tulio naasti. So there is no equal of Rama. And here's where the api comes in. Even among the gods. See how that works?
Yeah.
Tanya, explain it to me one more time. Where are you, Tanya?
I'm here.
Go ahead and explain it to me.
The sentence.
Yep. Read through it and explain it to me.
Deve Shava.
Yeah.
Shava.
Right after me, Tanya.
Okay.
Deve Shwapi.
Deve Shwapi.
Perfect.
Sama.
Rama.
I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah.
I totally get why you see southern. It's fine. Ramasya.
Ramasya.
You got it.
To Raya.
You got this. It's a la.
Oh, la yo.
Tulio. Yeah.
Tuyo. Too low.
Tulio.
Too low.
Tulio.
Na
Nasty.
nasty.
If you got to roll that way, that's fine. If you nasty. All right. Explain the grammar. You got this.
So there is not one equal to Rama, even amongst the gods. There's
Come on, work it out. Read the words. Don't try to remember what was said.
Okay. So our verb is.
You got this.
Like
Astista hasanti. Remember asti staha santi?
Like
There
to be,
is
like
or
there is
is?
not like
Yes.
like to be, like to
Yes.
be. There is
Yes.
not one being equal. Like there is not
Perfect. Perfect. There is not one being equal.
to Rama.
Now notice that's the genitive. There is
Okay.
not one equal of Rama, but here's the funny thing, it's Sanskrit. The genitive does this, like equal
Okay.
to Rama, but if you say it in your head of Rama, you'll really get it. But
Okay.
thing two makes sense.
Okay. Of Rama in the gods, like among, I mean, I know you would say
Among
among the gods.
among the gods. So one of the functions of the locative is among, as in you're looking and you're seeing all of the gods in the location of the gods. And then uppy means even. So there is no thing, there is no one, or if you want to be really pure to the Sanskrit, there is no equal of Rama among the gods. See how it works?
Yes.
Then you got it. You're ready to
You
go.
need the even in there. There is no equal of Rama even among the gods.
Yes. So that uppy means equal. And that's sort of like a funny little particle that intensifies, but is also sort of a distinction. So uppy and punar are these two words that often have this disruptive intensifier. Boy, that's a perfect way to describe them, but not an easy way to understand them. You're gonna feel this. You need to almost feel the uppy. Okay, y'all are crushing it today. All right, Tanya, you're back up. You are back up, Tanya. Where are you?
Okay, I got it.
I know you
Let's
did.
see. Oh man. All
Oh,
righty.
I know it's long.
I know. So bear with me, guys. Sorry about this.
Don't worry, I'm checking to make sure I spelled everything. Okay, yeah, everything's spelled right. Okay, hold on. First off, Goldman says in his book, the locative is used to indicate reference to something, which means nothing to you right now. But what I want you to understand is that this is kind of like with respect to or in regard to. And that's what the locative is doing. And where's your locative? It's going to be like with Rame. So read it, start making some guesses. I'm going to help you.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, Brahmina.
Brahmanasya.
Brahmanasya.
All right, quick break. Sorry to break in on you here. So I saw this in some of your quizzes. Brahman is a god. Brahma is also a god. Brahman is the absolute. Brahmana is one who is connected to Brahma, the god, or the absolute. But when you see Brahmana, like Rama, exactly conjugated the same way, that just means a Brahmin male, a Brahmin person. Perfect.
Okay. Brahmanasya.
Oh, this is good.
Hana ne.
Hanane. Like it.
Pra ya she chat.
Oh my God, you are crushing this. Prayaschitam. This is actually one of my favorite words in the world in Sanskrit. It means remediation. So let's say I say something really stupid to my girlfriend. Then I would have to make a remediation to make sense of it. It would be prashchitama. That would be my remediation. Like if you've committed a sin or a fault in ritual, you do a prayaschita. That is a remediation, a fix. Nice. Continue.
Okay.
Don't get nasty.
Nasty. That's it.
You had
Nasty.
Your pronunciation was really good there. I give you a little tweaks, but you got it. All right. Let's take some guesses here. Where's my verb?
Verb is the yeah, the absolution, the fix.
No.
No,
Not a verb. That's a noun. Where's my verb?
it could be a verb. I could fix something.
Oh, no, you don't want to have that as a verb. And in fact, if you wanted to have that as a verb, it would be prayaschitam karoti. There'd be a verb attached. That's actually a nominal form. Where's my verb? End of the sentence.
Okay, it's the nasty.
Nasty. Snake farm. Sure sounds nasty, as I think of Roy Willie Hubbard. Anyway, so that's not an usti. Usti is our verb. What's the root for usti?
Us.
You know this one.
Us.
Astista Hassan.
Oh God. Now I forgot.
No, it's you got the you know it, but you're under pressure. Us. Here's what I want you to put in your head. Us is.
Oh, like in English. Yeah, it is.
Us. The verb is us. Us means is. So you have nasty, just like we saw before, and that was we came to there is no. Okay. So let's stick with that. There is no. Now work it out.
Something. It's plural, like these, or no, it's the Brahmin singular. There's no retribution. There's no retribution for whatever this.
Not bad. That's a good one, but it's not quite retribution. So remember what declension is this? Prashchitam. Ramam.
Singular?
It's singular. It's singular as shit. Yes. Is it first or second?
Second.
Perfect. There is no. I kind of like retribution, even though it's wrong.
Okay. Sorry.
Try. There is no remediation. Now read to the left of this, and hun is from the root. Well, hanane or hanana is from the root hun, which means to kill. And hananan means killing.
Okay. There's no
retribution.
Fix. There's no. I know. Sorry. There's no fix. There's no fix for the Brahmin killing, murdering.
For the killing of the Brahmana. Perfect. You totally have that. So what's our point here? This is the locative is functioning, meaning in respect to. There is no remediation in respect to killing a Brahmin. Now, how do we get from Hun to Hanana? You'll learn that in chapter 20. All right.
Well, wait a second. Can I ask a question? So is the Hanana, like, is that linked to the Brahmana, the Brahmin?
No, it's not, but I completely understand why you think that. So Hanana is from the Sanskrit root hun, and then the na on the end of it makes it a noun. So it goes from to kill to the action of killing. Why is that? Chapter 20. But don't worry, you'll get there. So much of Sanskrit is like this. And then the killing, and remember how I was saying Sanskrit branches left? So a lot of Sanskrit is just reading backward once you find the verb. So asti, there is. Na, there is no. Praschita, reading left, branching leftward. English goes right, Sanskrit goes left. Remediation, in respect to, in recourse of, in regard to the killing, Brahmana, of a Brahmin, of a priest. Got it?
Yes.
By the way, excellent work. All right, I think I'm going to do Tessa at this point. Tessa, get in there.
Okay. Let's see. Radhayam.
Mm-hmm.
S- that's a
I know that's ugly looking, right?
yeah. Snehayati. What?
Yeah. So this is snihyati.
Sneh.
It looks much prettier in the book. Snihyati.
Okay, Snehayati. Shri Krishna.
You got this. It's Shri Krishna.
Sorry, say that for me.
Shri Krishna. All right, let's take a break a second. See this Shri right here? That Shri is affixed to names, and it means auspicious. Remember when we were reading earlier and it said, in the reading for last week, and it said, Shri Ramaha Charita. So this Shri is actually Shrihi, and that means, and it's Indo-European, it means auspicious, good luck. There's actually a goddess named Shri, who is the goddess of all beneficence and prosperity. So in fact, this one, and I'll give this away right away, is in the nominative, but the Shri attached just means like Mr. or super or sir. And then Krishna, we better know that guy. He's the black guy, Krishna. So Shri Krishna. All right, now work with me some more.
Okay, so
Where's my verb?
In here, apparently, in there, snee.
Sneeze. Yeah. All right.
So it's a third person singular ending,
100%.
but I don't know what to
So
make that.
that's okay. Why would you? You haven't learned this word yet. The word means to love or to feel affection for. So sneehy. And here's another trick. Despite all these horrible endings, that first syllable, unless it has a prefix, like you all may remember when gachati and gachati goes from go to come, unless it has a prefix, that's going to be where you're going to find the verb form. So sneeyati, that's a fourth class, so it takes a ya. We'll get to that, I promise. So has affection for or loves. This leads to a wonderful word called snigda. Snigda means also like love or affection. And for me, it always sounds like you want to pull someone close, and snigda means like, oh, I pulled you close. Sneehy, sneehy. Come in and snuggle. There you go. That's the way you remember it. Sneehy is snuggle. So your root is sneehy. So you have Shri Krishna is in what tense, Tessa? Or in what declension?
The first nominative.
100%. And you got sneeyati, which means he has affection for or loves. What's going on with the first word?
That must be who he loves.
Uh-oh. Somebody paid attention. Why is it in the locative?
Well, because of that idiom, because of that special thing about love or affection in the locative. It's
Bam! That was exactly it. That could be an aphorism from Panini. That could be, what do we do with objects of affection? We put them in the locative. Crushing it, Tessa. All right. I'm going Saskia next. Unless anybody has a question. So one of the things I want you to notice here is Radha is, oh, and I should have had that as a long but Radha is Krishna's girlfriend, not his wife. He's married to someone else. That's a whole other ballgame. So Radha is in the singular feminine and is the object of his term of affection. All right.
Isn't that a long A right there?
That it should be a long A right there. It's a long A right there. Yeah,
Okay.
This is feminine, so it should be Radha.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is a good one right here. Saskia.
Okay. Cha Bray.
I get why you see cha, but that's duh.
So it's dom, not
Yeah.
dom, we're Dom, right?
Darnay.
and then rato,
Yeah, good.
and would that be a no, that would be
You're right at first.
it's Nupa, right? Not Nrupa,
No, you're correct. It's Nripaha.
Nuripaha.
You remember we talked about this one? Paha is one who protects, and Nri means men. So one who protects men is a Nripaha, which means he is a
King.
yes, 100%. You crushed that one. All right. Now, where's my verb? This is kind of tricky on this one.
Is it rato?
It 100% is, but it's not a verb we're used to saying. We're going to learn this later. So rato is from the Sanskrit root ram, which means what? It means desires, loves, is attached to. Now, I'm going to give you this big clue. How is this declined and how is this declined? What are their numbers? This is a big point, and you're going to explain it to all of us.
You're right. That part still confuses me a little bit.
I know it does. It's confusing. So this is what? Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Nripa.
Ripa.
Ramaha.
Is it 4?
Look at my finger.
1?
Ramaha. Nripaha.
And that is okay. Oh, because it's one person. Okay, so it's the king, and then if it's that, it must be 1 as well.
Yes, 100%. You got it. So what that shows, and we call this apposition. If two words are in the same tense, then usually the word that is a verbal, derived from a verb, again, words you don't know yet, is describing the king. So what I want you to do is translate this for me, and you have everything you need. You know, that's dharma. You know what dharma is, right? Righteousness. So add a there is to this and then translate it. You can do this. Or the king is, like an is right there.
Devoted is
Yes.
dedicates himself to dharma or to
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
If I was a better person, I would have like confetti and emoticons and whatnot. That was beautiful. You just made me so damn happy. The king is, like there's an usty here. The king is devoted to locative to dharma. Crushing it. Josh, you're up. Oh, this is the one that Atlas hates. Great. Josh, get in here. Josh. Atlas, you're up. Big Atlas, this is yours. You own this one. This is the one that you got mad about.
Do you want us to go?
Huh?
Do you want us to go?
I would. Josh, are you there? Or any of you?
Yes.
All right, come on, let's
We're all
do
here.
it.
Yeah, we're here. Sorry, we just we didn't hear.
All right, let's get in there.
He said you.
Oh,
Hey, Josh, I called on you. Come on.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Ka me shu
Yes.
sa ja. Is that sha? Oh, sha na.
Sanga.
Shan. Sha unga
Wander
Takram. or takroda.
Okay, now listen to me. Sangat krodha. Sangat krodha.
Sanga kroha.
Sangat krodha.
Sangat kroda.
Perfect.
Upajat.
Hmm?
Upajayat.
Oh, so close.
Upajayate.
Jayate, axe. You got it.
Jayate.
So kameshu sangat krodha upajayate. So I'll warn you in advance. Sangat and krodha, those are two words. So where's my verb?
Is it
At the end.
the upa?
Yes.
Yeah.
So upajayate. Now,
Mhm.
this is an important one. Upajan. So arises from is kind of the way it goes. Upajan. So I want you to remember now. What's the ending though? Is that parsmaipada or apmanepada? Is it bashate or is it vadati?
Bashate.
Awesome. So this is atmanepada, which has no value on the meaning, but you just have to remember it because of how it's conjugated. So upajayate, that's my verb. Is this he, she, it, you, I?
Yeah, I'm also like
Josh,
Hey is someone else, right?
you're killing me in the background voices here.
Sorry, 1 second.
We're just weird.
Sorry, 1 second.
So
Okay, should be better
upajan,
now.
she.
So Tay is someone else, right? Tay is
So that's one verb. Is it
Yeah.
he? Is it you? Is it I? You already got
you. It's you.
Nope, that would be bashas. That would be upajayase. Upajayate would be like bashate. He speaks.
Oh, he speaks. Okay. So okay. So it's like a they speak for he speaks.
Yeah, you got it. So arises. Now we need a nominative that's going to be in the singular. It's going to be in the he form.
Nominative in the he form. So I'm guessing it's gonna be takrada.
No. Come on. I told you. Sangat and krodaha are two words. So you're looking at krodha.
Krota.
And you're going to have to arm wrestle Atlas after this. So what do you know do you remember the word krodha from our other lecture? It means anger.
Anger.
Okay. This is in the nominative. So what I want you to do from here, and I'm not going to help you anymore right here. Nominative. Look at that.
Oops.
Nominative.
You could leave that right there.
No, we're not going to do that. Nominative and then noun. So anger, and I'm going to say arises. I'm going to go over here and say from, and you better put it all together, my friend. Oh, did I tell you what sangat means? It means attachment. Sorry.
It means what?
Attachment.
Oh, anger arises from attachment. Right?
Yeah, and?
And shoe.
Comma.
Comma.
Remember
Isn't that action? No, that's not action. It's karma.
No, you're thinking of karma. It's comma.
Yeah.
You're
Comma.
close.
Aren't they similar?
No, kamam karoti is different than karmam karoti. So what is it? So remember what's the number here?
That's exactly right.
Comma.
The number. Remember Rama.
Rama.
What is Rameshu?
Rameshu.
Yeah.
It's 7.
Yes. Is it singular, plural, or dual?
Singular.
Now be a good Buddhist and tell me. Anger arises
from attachment. So anger arises from attachment, suffering, or clinging.
Arrangement, and then put a locative on it. Anger arises from attachment, ablative, locative.
Sorry, I'm really struggling with this, Dr. Roy. I'm sorry.
You got this. You are so close. You don't even know it.
So it arises from attachment, though. Or anger arises from attachment. Suffering
Attachment.
arises from attachment.
But then what's
Clinging?
our last word in the locative? What is one attached to?
In the paragraph.
Love?
What is one attached to?
Oh, love?
Comma could be love, but we're not going to go with that right now. That's a bit much.
Desire.
What?
Desire?
Is that plural or singular?
Singular.
Nope. Rameshu. You told me that was plural.
So desires.
So then desires. So from desires are
Read
clinging.
me the Sanskrit and explain it to me, my friend. Read me the whole thing all the way through and then explain the grammar.
So,
Basically, I just told you you had it right. Now do it.
okay. So, kameshu.
Yes.
So, it is, okay, then kameshu sa na
Sangat,
san
which is in the
Sa-
fifth.
sangha.
This is the seventh plural. This is the fifth singular.
Honestly, my brain is just like shutting down.
Doesn't matter. This is where you're learning. This is
Yeah,
actually
this
the
is
big
like-
time where you're learning. You
Okay.
feel like you want to tap out, but no, this is where you're really learning. This is the most important thing, is being in class for exactly this. Read this word.
Honestly, I'm like my mind's fucking
Don't
blanking
care.
on it, but it's
Give it to
okay.
me.
To crow, or yeah, to crow da
Yes. So Sangat Krodha.
upa ja yate.
Yeah, bullshit. Your brain can't do this. Now repeat after me. Kameshu Sangat Krodha Upajayate.
Vajayate.
Say it. Kameshu
Okay.
Sangat
Kame
Krodha
Kame.
Upajayate.
kameshu sangat
Krodha.
kroda wait kroda upajayate.
Perfect. And there would be a visarga there, except for Sundhi. All right, now translate it for me.
Okay. So
Start with your noun.
okay. So anger arises from desire,
No, from attachment.
attachment, and desire.
No, attachment, locative.
Desires.
Desires.
Locative. Two desires, or in regard to desires. See that, Josh?
Yeah, I see it. Just wait. So
Now read it to me one more time and explain it to me.
let me look at my case.
Josh, what's going on here?
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, come on, read it one more time and explain it
With
to me.
respect to objects
Start
of
from
love,
the beginning,
attachment,
read the whole
devotion.
thing and explain it to me.
Okay. So okay.
Got this.
Kameshu sa ga
Sangat.
sangat to krodaha
Yeah,
for
it would be
Krodha.
Krodaha, but we dropped the visarga because
Yeah.
of Sundhi.
kroda upajayate.
Perfect.
Okay.
Love it.
So anger arises from, and locative is with respect to
This is the
So-
two.
with
Okay.
respect to attachment, with respect with
You're real close. Let's watch me very carefully do this. So Sanskrit is usually subject, object, verb. English is subject, verb, object. Our subject is krodha, anger. Upajayate, arises from, and the ablative sangat, attachment, kameshu, to desires. It's plural. Bam. See how that works?
Wait, just the last part. I didn't hear the last part. Could you
Sure.
say that last
I'm
part?
going to go over the whole thing again.
Okay.
Kameshu sangat krodha upajayate. Anger arises, upajan, from, because this is the ablative, from attachment, and sangha means the coming together, which means attachment, in regard to desires. Anger arises from attachment to desires.
Oh, God damn
You're a
it.
good Buddhist.
Okay. Okay.
Now, Josh,
Terrible
I know I was picking on you here. This is how it works. This is how it sticks in your head. For all y'all, this is why I'm doing this. This is where it gets solid. All right. We are moving on. And I know I haven't given you a break, but I'm not going to because I'm a big jerk. And I really want us to get to chapter 6. So I talked a little bit earlier about demonstrative pronouns, which is what we're gonna go over here in the last little bit of class. Demonstrative pronouns are really similar to what we saw in lesson 4. Namely, we had asmat and yushmat, which are aham and twam. The thing I want you to understand about pronouns, and a lot of us don't understand this in English, is that a pronoun stands in for a noun. It's like, remember how we had you and me. Like, I don't say I, Aaron, or I, Otter, or I, Dr. Ulrey. I say I. I don't say Dr. Ulrey goes to the car. I say I go to the car. So as a personal pronoun, that's I, or you is another personal pronoun. So if I'm talking to my gal in the other room, if I see her, I don't say Aaron. Her name is also Aaron. Yes. Aaron goes to the car. Or if I said an imperative, Aaron, go to the car, I would say you go to the car. They're personal. They're closer. Demonstrative is at a distance. So you heard me make the joke earlier. What is this? And I could say, this is a demonstrative pronoun. Now, I make that joke because I had a friend who turned to me one time and said, so what is a rhetorical question anyway? And I about lost my shit. So demonstrative pronouns, this, that, those, these. There's a distance. Like with a personal pronoun of you or I, there's a closeness. Now, when these are used in sentences, they take a gender to agree with what they stand for or what they are describing. So if I wanted to say, suddenly I can't remember, kapihi, which means monkey, kapihi vasati, or kapihi vanam vasati, the monkey lives in the forest. If I wanted to change that around, I could say, because kapihi is masculine singular, I could say saha, which would be that thing, or I could say saha, if I really want to, saha kapihi, that monkey, vanam, accusative, vasati, lives in the forest. So what you're looking at here is sometimes these will be used in addition to nouns, and at other times, and this will become clear when we look at the examples, they're used to stand in for nouns. So another wacky thing about these is sometimes in English, when you translate them, they won't be translated as pronouns per se. They're more like articles. What's an article? So if I say a book or the book, that's an article. If I say this book or that book, then that's a demonstrative pronoun. But sometimes these demonstrative pronouns will function in that way as you translate into English. Like so often, you get a feel for it. So some of the forms of these demonstrative pronouns that I'm going to point out, like tena or tasmat, kind of have a frozen form. So if they start at the beginning of a sentence, it means something like therefore. It'll be like, and we're going to see this in the reading as well. So when you look in the book, you'll see that this says sarva naman for a description of these particular sets of demonstrative pronouns. And that means that it stands in for anything. The only real way that you can understand what they stand for is if they agree with the case or if they have the same gender as the case. I usually look for the gender. That's the first thing I look for. Now, sadly, what does that mean? It means we have some examples, and it also means we have something else to memorize. So I'm going to ask for a volunteer, and I'm going to go Big Atlas because he's big on doing horrible things. And I'm going to tell him that tum is a demonstrative pronoun in the accusative, and I'm going to ask him to go from there. Big Atlas.
Okay. So pashyati is the verb here.
Oh my God, you found the verb first. I'm so happy. My heart weeps. Yes.
And then we have sa as the he, the masculine pronoun,
Okay,
basically.
sorry, I was a dick.
nominative,
I didn't tell you
right?
absolutely correctly. That's a demonstrative pronoun too. You have two demonstrative pronouns.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
accusative and saha in the nominative. Sorry.
Okay. So then nripaha is the nominative singular.
Yep.
Okay. So is sa that is it distal or proximal?
Good luck on that one. Sanskrit doesn't tell you. It's going to be this or It can be either a demonstrative pronoun or an article in English because they don't have articles in Sanskrit.
Right. So we'll say for now this king pashyati, that's sees, right?
Perfect.
Okay, sees. Then tum balakam, that boy.
Yeah, balakam means boy. You've got it exactly dead on. So the thing is, you'd never see this because you'd usually see like maybe tam pashyati naripa, or maybe tam pashyati sa. This, but you would see this in what's called a gloss or a commentary in which someone is explaining the grammar to you and like spelling out everything explicitly. So this is almost too much Sanskrit. A traditional Sanskrit pundit would be like, you have too many words there. But you've got it exactly right. Your verb is sees, that or a king, nripaha, protector of men, sees that or a boy. And I know this is irritating, but it's a king sees that boy. This king sees a boy. One king sees this boy. All of that.
Yeah, there's all sorts of room for interpretation.
Yeah, you got it. All right. I want Bianca next. And I will tell you, tasmin is in the locative. All right, so read it for me and take some guesses. And saha is in the nominative. So you have two demonstrative pronouns. So this is he, she, it, they, blah, 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 blah. So that's locative singular. And that is nominative singular. Oh, and once again, y'all are crushing it today. Very happy. Get me. Get it, Bianca. Get it. Get after it.
Okay. Toss me wait, what am I doing? Varne.
Yes.
And then Vasati.
Mm-hmm.
Saha.
Who reads David
So-
Aubrey like a champ? Bianca does. All right. What are we doing here? So the first thing I'm going to want is a verb.
So that's Vasati.
Which means what?
To see.
No, you're thinking of pashyati.
No.
Thus we've seen. That's all right.
To live? No.
Yes,
Live?
yes.
Okay.
To live or to dwell. I
To
like
live or to
so
dwell.
maybe code it in your head. Thus dwell, because dva, thus, maybe thus dwell. Dwell is good. All right.
So that's gonna be third person singular.
100%. Then where's my nominative?
That's the saha,
And
which is
what tense is that?
first
First,
nominative,
100%.
first singular. Navane,
Yes. What do you think that tense? What do you think that number is?
first singular.
No. Rame.
Rame.
Rameshu.
Oh, no.
What?
Rame.
What? Why are you doubting yourself?
Locative.
Yes, that's
Locative?
100%. And that's vane. So that's in the
Vane.
that's in the neuter. So vanum. And yes, vane, vaneyoho, vaneshu. All right. Now I told you that this tasmin is a demonstrative pronoun that is in the 7th. So it agrees with vane. Right. So we've got this guy does this thing, locative, locative, these two agree. Can you translate this for me?
So the first, what is saha? Is that he or
Yes, he in the nominative. You got it.
so he, why am I blanking on the verb? I just remembered.
Lives.
He
You know
lives. He
Well,
lives or dwells.
well,
Lives or dwells. And then what would Navane?
it's vane and you have tasmin. So that's 2 words.
Vane, tasmin.
Yeah.
Vane, one of them is a noun.
They're both nouns. One is
They're
the
both nouns.
demonstrative pronoun and one is the straight noun.
Oh, so he dwells in Vane?
Forest.
Forest, right. Vane, forest, and then
Demonstrative
the
pronoun.
other
Is
one
that was a
in that forest. In the
exactly. That is 100% correct. That is exactly, you got it. So in this one, you go he, that's a demonstrative pronoun. He lives in the forest, and you're just done. But tasmin means that. So he lives in that forest. Or he lives in, honestly, a forest. But such is life.
And you said these happen a lot, like this is common.
Oh, they're all over the place. I honestly, I'm gonna make you memorize them, but you'll learn them more from repetition. All right. We have more memorization to happen. The nice thing about these bastards is they have a lovely sound. So listen to me chant the beauty of the demonstrative pronouns, to which I remember my pundit, Stanishwar, singing them to us. And I said, how the hell do I memorize these? He said, just sing them. And I'm like, and then what? And he's like, just keep singing them. I don't know. But yeah, because my brain doesn't work that way. But these are lovely. So, saha tau te, tam tau tan, tena tabyam tahi, tasmai tabyam tebya, tasmat tabyam tebya, tasya tayo tesham, tasmin tayo teshu. They have a rhythm built into them, unlike a lot of the other paradigms. Now, if you look to the right, you're going to see my goofiness with the colors. And you can go back and look at these more carefully. But if you'll notice, these are similar. Rama, Ramam, Ramena, Ramai, Ramat, Ramasya, Rame. Sorry, it's not Rame. Tau, tau, tabyam, 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 tayo, tayo. You already got that. So te, I know it's not taha, but in your life, you will see that taha is somehow te. And I don't want to talk about it, but it will. Tan, tahai tebya, tebya, tesham, teshu. You actually already know these. And the more that you can do sort of, what does Dr. Williams call it? He calls them paradigm analyses. The more you look at the similarities as you go, the more you will be able to see how these are all doing similar things. Why have I been so insistent on the quizzes? Because if you have Rama And if you have vanam, which we haven't really studied, but it doesn't matter. If you have the neuter, and if you have rama, if you have rama and you have kanya, you're going to recognize other things. So now we have this term, sarva naman. That means all names. That's a Sanskrit term. And that says numpun-sakalinga, which is delightful to say, which means neuter. Over here, we have sarva naman, punlinga. Now, sarva naman means all the names. Pumlinga means masculine. Now, the word linga may mean, what does it mean as a phallic symbol? Anybody? A Shiva linga is a big phallic symbol for Shiva. But linga also means a sign or a marking. So pumlinga means the sign of something being male, because the word for male is ponsa, P-U-M-S-A, ponsa. Now, napunsakalinga, which is just so much fun to say, not, punsaka, not male, linga. So what is a neuter? A neuter is a thing that is not male. Don't worry, we'll get to the feminine in a second. So for all names, napunsakalinga, all names neuter. And I know you don't like it when I do too many shifts, but sarvanaman, strilinga, again, linga, mark, and stri means female. Stri also means woman. So in these declensions, and I'm going to sing through them and then we'll be done for the day, we need to once again begin learning another set of paradigms. But the more you see the resonances with the other forms we've learned already, the more these are easier to incorporate into your head. For me, with my neurodivergentness, I felt like I had to spend so much time, just remembering to say, and Rama, Ramo, Ramaha, remembering to say Rama. And I couldn't even think about the endings because I was so stuck, like just trying to remember the same thing. For you, I hope you're not quite as neurodivergent and you can think about the endings. Because if you notice, the endings are similar to what we've seen before. Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramo, Raman, Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramahi, Ramai, Ramabhyam, Ramebhya, Ramat, Ramabhyam, Ramebhya, Ramasya, Ramayoho, Ramesham, Raman, Rame, so that's where the T's screw with you. Ramayoho, Rameshu. So you already kind of have this. One trick to memorizing this is you can do Rama, like run through Rama all the way through, and then do Saha. So do this one right after you do Rama, and then you are reinforcing your Rama. So you go Ramaha, Ramao, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramo, Raman, Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramahi, Ramai, Ramabhyam, Ramebhya, Ramat, Ramebhyam, Ramebhya, Ramasya, Ramayoho, Ramesh, was that Ramesham? Ramesham. No, it's Ramanam. Sorry, so that one's a little different. Rame, Ramayoho, Rameshu. And then right after you go, Saha Tao Te, Tam Tao Tan, Tena Tabyam Tahi, Tasmai Tabyam Tebya, Tasma Tabyam Tebya, Tasya Tayo Tesham, Tasmin Tayo Teshu. I look at you and you're all like, I do not want to learn another one of these. Sorry, this is how it works. So if you will notice as you chant these, and I'll get some videos for you on this, they do inherently have a little bit more of a song to them. And you will see these all the time. The cool thing about learning these after you've learned the initial paradigms is you already can kind of intuit things. Like here we are with what we would be memorizing in Vanam, in the neuter. Napunsakalinga. Savanama napusakalinga. God, I just love saying that. Tate tani, tate tani, tena tabiam tai, tasmai tabiam tebia, tasma tabiam tebia, tasya tasyo tesham, tasmin tayo teshu. Again, I initially memorize these. Tat tat tani tasmai tasma tasya tasmin te te tabiam 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 tayo tani tani tai tai tebia tebia tesham teshu. That's how I learned them. I'm trying to learn them left to right with y'all because I think it's a better way to really keep track of where you're going. I was having conversations with Atlas and Tanya about this, about how if you learn them left to right, you really have a sense of where they all come together instead of it being like a weird up and down list. Now, our traditional Sanskrit pandas would say, Sarvanannam Punsaka Linga Pratama vibhakti tatte tani dvitiya vibhakti tatte tani tritiya vibhakti tena tabyam tai chaturta. I go nasal because it's the South Indian thing. Tasmai tabyam tebyaha panchami vibhakti tasmat tabyam tebya shashti vibhakti tasya tayo tesham. And then locative saptami tasmin tayo teshu. All right. Then there's the feminine. Why are you going to be so good at the feminine? I know you are all so checked out, but we're going to be done in just a second here. Because you learned it for today. You just learned Kanya. So if you do Kanya in your head and then do this one right after it in your daily practice, in your sadhana, you're going to be great. Sa te taha, tam te taha, taya tabyam, tabi tasya, tabyam tabyaha, tasya tabyam tabyaha, tasya tayo tasam, tasman tayo taso. So I'm just dreaming shit up on this. You don't have to memorize it like the pundits do it. You just have to get it in your head. And like I said before, the key is get it enough in your head that you know where to look it up. But if you don't get this in your bones, it will lead to so much lasting trauma later. Every 10 minutes you spend doing this now will save you hours and hours later. I know I keep saying that. You all did so well today. I'm so proud of you. You just crushed it. Everybody I called on killed it. Whoever I did not call on, I'll get to you later. What we're going to do for Thursday, before I completely freak out because I have to travel to San Antonio all weekend, is we're going to go over the just examples of how to use demonstrative pronouns, blah, blah, blah. And then we are going to read, and we are going to read. So be prepared to read for 5A. So be prepared to do at least like the first like 4 or 5 sentences to the reading. And I don't think it's terribly hard. But when we come to Tuesday, I am going to quiz you on the demonstrative pronouns, feminine, masculine, neuter. You're going to crush it. I'm going to be very excited about it. Then we're going to finish the reading on Tuesday. And then what we're going to do is before we start the next aspect, which will be after Thanksgiving break, we are going to read through the first reading and do a straight up review, and we're going to chat together. So what do you need to do from here on out? Learn the demonstrative pronouns, prepare the reading. Saskia, yes.
Just as a question for the recording of the Kanye today, can we submit that by the end of the day?
I'm perfectly happy with that.
Okay, thank you.
As long as you don't cheat.
Okay.
You can tell we have our eyes
Who's
closed.
cheating, by the way? I see your little eyeballs moving.
Well, you could see with eyes closed that the eyeballs are moving even with the eyelids closed.
Yeah, no, that's why I looked to
That
see
is
if
the
the
thing,
eyeballs
actually.
open
Your
when the
eyes
eyes
move
moved
to,
or
like,
not. I know
that
these
memory.
tricks.
No, you're going like this. So we do have till the end of the day because I don't.
Yeah, you can have to the end of the day. Look, the thing is, once again, I'm not that interested in due dates. I'm interested, get in by the due dates. I want you to learn it. That's the most important thing to me. I want you to learn this. And y'all are getting it. And we had a rough start, and I blame myself a lot for it. but I am so pleased at the progress we're having. And we have such a great rhythm. Honestly, I think right now, if I wasn't wandering off to Harvard and I was teaching Sanskrit too, I don't know, y'all are kind of crushing it. I bet we could get through 20 chapters in a year. I bet we could. Y'all are doing so well right now. I'm really proud of you. All right, all you dumb butts. Have yourselves a wonderful time. If anyone needs to talk to me, I'll hang around for a couple minutes. Then I got to go record a lecture on the Holy Guardian Angel and Aleister Crowley.
I have a super quick question.
Yes, I'm here for you. Let me be done with the recording though, real quick though, okay?